Homekotoba by Yone Noguchi. Read for LibriVox.org by Nemo. Homekotoba 1. I hear, O lovely lady, in thy voice, the music of a hidden flower valley, a near yet distant. From thy face the beauty of spring flashes. I linger around thee, faithful and ecstatic. The murmur of a rose, or of a white star that peeps out of another world of poetry, is the murmur of thy gracious eyes. Thine eyes are veiled by the misty breezes. Thy lips of infinity are beautifully wet with human kisses and with the breath of life. On thy cheeks bloom the flowers of moonbeams. Thy bosom holds the mystery of the sky. The laughter of the air is thy laughter. The freshness of a sea at morn is like unto thy fragrant thought of woman. A wood with leaves glistening with dewdrops and a singing bird are symbols of thy fancy. A flower of morning prayer is thy upturned look into the sunlight that, like organ melody, rolls up the vault of heaven from the east. On thy hair flutters the gossip of heaven. A vision of heavenly beauty in a haze is thy lithe form reclining upon the grasses. A lily appearing from the gossamer is thy face looking out from the bewilderment. Thy soul is a divine complexity in which I lose my way as in a dream. Thy smile was born in light of summer blessedness. The dark-browed wind in spring rain is thy melancholy. Thy breath is the whisper along a violet road. Thy shadow on my breast is thy heart's history. 2. I read, O lovely lady, in thy face all the religions of beauty. They are nothing else but love. Thy silence, musical and commanding, is that of a harp set in the windless air. Whenever I see thee, my new page of life begins, with the moon of another light, with a fresh stir of a new field of wealth. If I was not born for anything else, I was born with one aim to adore thee. One aim is enough for any life. Thy head is thrust up into the breath of gods, yet thy feet on the dandelion ground. Each pool of the sky woos thy beauty. Every shadow of earth tree gossips of thee. The fancy road of thy song I pursue. I loiter in the blessed vale of thy heart. Oh, how proud I feel to see thy face, hasting to meet my face as a flower hurries to the silken shower of sunshine. I dare to say that thou art fed with my praising words lavished over thee. I dream in the odor of thy womanhood. Since thou belongst me, my life begins to be very important. I have to walk safely on the clear road of emerald light, safely along the flower-rimmed path of poesy. With thy hand upon thy bosom, I will feel all the mystery of thy love. With my hand upon my brow, I ask thee what a confidence thou feelst in me. Casting two shadows on the stream of life, we will whistle of the sweet world to the moon. 3. Thy divinely large eyes, O lovely lady, gaze beyond our world into a hid kingdom of coral-hued beauty and sapphire thought. The fragrance from thy lips, which are a rose, speaks more than thy golden speech. The gossamers tarry around thy rose lips. Thou seemst unto me a vaporous beauty, which I saw upon the spring seas, laying me down on the silvery sand of the shore, with my soul in the song of the seas. I fear that thou mayest vanish any moment. What a fear and joy I feel in my sacred marriage with thee. The moon marred by clouds is beautiful. Joy, mingled with fear has a deeper thrill. How often before my lips opened, wishing thy impressive kisses? How often before my hands stretched, wishing to feel thy deep bosom? I ever dreamed of thee amid the breezes, under the shadows of flowers and stars. If my present union with thee be a dream, the dream has to be eternal. Everything has a silent hour at whiles. 'Tis sweet to bathe in the silence by thy side. 'Tis sweeter to raise the head from the sea silence, and to stare on thy high-born face, like a sea ear gather on the sea waves, with eyes turned toward the abandoned shore. Then in the stillness of eve, yet stirring enough to make one sweetly sad, I bind my body with thine own, and send my soul along the road of the divine unseen. 4. The soul of flower, O lovely lady, is the soul of poem. The soul of poem is thy soul. Thou art like a faithful-eyed caravan across the waste, bringing heavenly jewels. The winds come from east and west, but thy wind of heart only comes from the singing woodland of love. The air around thy bosom grows roseate by the fire within. From the ground under thy feet has blossomed a daffodil. Thy presence is the presence of sun. My old memory and new dream jauntily come, riding on the eye-flash of pearl. Thou art the soul of all the dawns. In thy soul I see a brook whose song of silvery happiness I love most, since I tired of iron buskin's song. Thy soul, with a far-away voice, like that of an eve of 1,000 stars, calls me to a task of high yearning. I see my face in the mirror of thy heart, and triumphantly smile, thinking that I am thy husband and slave. Under the tree shade I lay me down, and smell thy balsam breath stealing around me like a sweet ancient tale. Upturning my face, I draw thy lovely shape in the purple sky. Since I love thee, my life grows plain, my dream being only to be faithful to thee, my toil being only to entertain thee. The life of simplicity is the life of beauty. With the beauty and with thee I remain forever. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.